What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Myers World, and right now we're going to be talking about some ideas that you guys can probably utilize to help your defense play better in the game. Now remember, there is no guarantee that your defense with any ability is going to actually do what it's supposed to do. In fact, many of you guys that play people without defensive line abilities are going to have, dudes are going to be screaming at you very, very consistently. But I just want you guys to know, it's based on the defense. It has nothing to do with the ability. 3-3-5 wide, that defense where you audible down from 3-3-5, that defense is a natural shedding defense. So I get a lot of those questions. I played a guy, he was sending 2 and he was screaming at me every play. Yes, because that defense, the way that it works, it's a shedding defense, and it has been for I would say the last 2 or 3 years. So that has nothing to do with the fact that there are a lot of abilities in the game that will help you to have better success. So let's talk about some of those things right now and see if we can get an idea of what we actually need to do. So the first thing that we're going to talk about right now is this. G-Maya, why did you go and add unpredictable to all of your players just out of on a whim? I just add unpredictable to everybody that was rushing and just went out and I was playing games with them. You'll find that at G Myers World Gaming a little bit later. If you're not subscribed to G Myers World Gaming right here on YouTube, go ahead and do that instantaneously. But with the way that the game is set up, you have to try different things and see exactly what more or less will work. What are you trying to pretty much accomplish? What is your goal, right? What do you feel is going to help you on the defensive side of the ball, and what's going to help you get stops? Now, unpredictable for D tackles, they actually shed like inside stuff when you're in like the red zone, like right by the goal line. It actually does that for D tackles. I don't know if you guys knew that. I found that out back in like November, that anybody you put at D tackle with unpredictable, they'll just shed. But the other players won't. It'll still be random. And it has been nerfed a lot for other defenses. So I want you guys to understand, this is not something that you should run if you're utilizing that 3-3-5 defense. You don't really need D-line abilities if you're audibling down from nickel 3-3-5 to 3-3-5 wide. You don't. That defense will shed no matter what. Now, with the 6-1, you guys have been asking about the 4-3-6-1. G-Ma, you're not running the 6-1 no more. Why is that? It's because everybody's running it, and let's just try something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It's a very, very good defense, but there are other ways to win games, and we need to figure out, think outside the box. I have a lot of defenses that I used to run back in the day: 3-4 odd, 3-4 under, 3-4 cub. The game mechanics have changed, so they don't really scream the same way because everybody it's like the linemen let off of their blocks a little bit differently than they used to in the past. So everything has changed, and we have to adapt to that and be able to better understand it. So we tried the unpredictable thing. Unfortunately, it wasn't as good as we thought it would be. Obviously, just think about it. Why would EA give us a 1 AP ability that actually works? Except, with the exception of like pick artists, which that will work 99.9% of the time, but it's a basic ability that you got to lurk with, and you need it to not drop picks. You know what I'm saying? But why would they do it? It doesn't make sense. So you have to now look at it and figure like, okay, what type of pass rush am I looking for? And the top abilities that you could still use, edge, threat, elite, and double or nothing. And as bad as it sounds, look, it's not going to work a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are going to block it because EA has enhanced the way that the O-line picks up the block, picks up the blitz. So what happens is, if you got guys like myself that's like experimenting with Secure Protector and Nasty Streak, your blitz will not scream against those players. Remember, you're playing against guys that are getting information from myself and a lot of other Madden content creators. Somewhere between the middle, one of us are going to be right. One of us is going to figure it out like, this actually works. This is what's going on along the way. But what you need to understand is that you can't be scared to try to figure something out yourself at the same time. Because once you figure out the way that the pass rush works, everything becomes easy. You know what I'm saying? Everything right now is just like, it's a little bit crazy because some of you guys are still asking about the wheel route. G, what are you doing about the wheel route? Well, the wheel route, what we're doing is we added flat zone KO. If you go back to my videos earlier in the year, in about October, all I ran was flat zone KO. And there was a reason for that. Now, they light up around the area 0 to 10 yards. So if you get a guy that's running wheel routes and you put these guys like in a soft squat or a hard flat, they're going to play it out of their minds. They're going to be psychopaths and it's going to be crazy, but you also need the acrobat. Now, neither of these are guaranteed to work. I just want to go ahead and put out a full disclaimer. It's an EA Sports video game. So do you need both these things? Would you be better off with just flat zone? I'm going to tell you right now, this is what will happen to you. And I know a lot of you guys are going to laugh about it. The one game you take acrobat off, you'll get a guy that just keeps throwing hitch routes all game. And you'll just be raging like, yo, G, bro, you told me. And dude, I get that all the time. I'm going to let you guys know, it's a very, very difficult thing because you can't really do everything that you want. But I can tell you this. With the way that it is better to have the flat zone with acrobat. Now, it's also better to have, you know, a 1 AP acrobat, but a lot of the cards are so trash, you can't really do that. So in my situation right now, we only have 5 AP left. And if we wanted to get that 6 to have the 2 edge thread elites, that's going to create another type of problem for us. So what can we actually do? What is it that we can do to figure out what is needed in this situation? There's a lot we can do, right? We can experiment back with regular edge thread, which I've done recently. And it wasn't that bad, to be honest, but it wasn't the same type of animation where they just shed and run right around. Everything was pretty much different. So you're going to have to see right now. We're going to experiment. We're probably going to take the other flat zone off of Night Train maybe, or keep it on Night Train and take it off of Diablo. One of the ways we're going to figure out how to do it. But you got to also remember, I'm rocking acrobat on my user as well. Some of you guys are saying, yo, G, is that really worth it? Again, it all depends on how you're trying to do whatever you're doing. Is it worth it? Yes, I do believe that it's going to add a different dimension to your game. I honestly do believe that, but will it? You see what I'm saying? In the game that you go into, would you get cheated? Would the ball go through your body? Etc., etc. There's a lot of different reasonings behind why I know for a fact it may not help you to be able to do this. Because sometimes it's just not going to work out. But most of the time, like I said, most of the time you'll pick the ball. A little, like that 1% of the time when you really need it with an acrobat, it will go through your body. Your guy will, you know, he'll light up, he'll animate, and the ball will go through his body. But for the most part, you will get the interception, and your guy will reach out for a pick with acrobat. So this is the plan right now, guys. This is what we have to figure out. Now that we know exactly what's happening, I tried all the unpredictables. I didn't get a lot of pressure. We now know that we either have to get a card with 1 AP, double or nothing. You know, with one of them we already sold already, but they're really, really slow off the edge, which is what I don't like. Or we have to take an ability either off my user with the acrobat and just pretty much go pick artists and just say, yo, whatever, and soup these guys up off the edge and see how that works. Or we can just go back to regular edge threat, and then sometimes we'll get pressure. By tomorrow, we'll figure out which route to go. What I'm leaning towards is I'll just probably take, you know, the flat zone off of Diablo and just add that for the extra one to have 6 and give one of these guys double or nothing for 3 and then one of them edge thread elite. Because remember, they're ends, so they're not like LT that it costs 4. Just keep that in mind. That's why a lot of people are using the ends as opposed to the linebackers. And yeah, I know I have these spaces missing, and that's because I put safeties in the 3-4 and the 4-3 for those of you guys that are just watching it. So again, I want to thank all you guys for watching. These are just some of the ideas I want you guys to bounce off of each other. Talk about it in the comments. Let's figure out the best game plan possible and go from there. And for this video, let's go ahead with about 88.3 likes. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.